Right now, we're welcoming Bellator light heavyweight Christian Edwards to the Fightlete Report. Make sure to check out his upcoming fight against Ben Parish. Bellator 261. Check it out Friday, June 25th, only on Showtime. And he won his last fight by submission, rear naked choke over Hamza Salim. Trains at Jackson Wink MMA in New Mexico, 4-0, and Bellator MMA undefeated. And we appreciate you being on the show. Obviously, the fight was scheduled to happen last month. Talk about, having been removed from the fight. And, when you found out about the occurrence, what were your thoughts?
Man, it was unfortunate. It was definitely unfortunate just because, that was the best camp I've ever had. You know what I mean? I felt great. I'm still in phenomenal shape. I'm in even better shape now because I took no time off in between this camp and the last camp, so it's, everything happens for a reason, so they say, but man, it was unfortunate at the time just because I felt really great, going into that fight. And, the doctor that did my physical essentially gave me no time at all, to rehydrate or eat or anything after I weighed in, just started. Didn't even ask me, just started on his own. So, but, it is what it is. Lesson learned. I know what to do now. And, that's just, the fight game is unpredictable like that sometimes. So, that's just something that I have to be okay with and accepting and understanding of that, it just wasn't meant to happen at that time.
I mean, I'm obviously, I don't think that ever happened in your career before, anything remotely like that.
Yeah, no, definitely a first. Definitely a first.
And, I know you haven't even pulled out of any of your fights in Bellator as a professional. So,
no.
First time. When you were cleared by the doctors later on, why do you think it was necessary to pull the fight with you? Why do you think they thought it was necessary to pull the fight with you and Ben Parish?
Because, like he said that my heartbeat was irregular, but, we're athletes that do a lot of cardio-based stuff, so all of us naturally have irregular heartbeats. And B, I just weighed in, I literally just got off the scale, maybe a minute to 2 minutes after he started the physical or before he started the physical. So of course my heartbeat's gonna be a little funky at first, you know what I mean? I'm cutting weight, you know what I mean? They don't understand what we do as fighters, and that just goes to show it, I might have said, some things on my social media that was a little rude and unprofessional, but, I was just, that's, just opportunity and not necessarily money, because I still did get, I got paid, which is good, but it's just opportunity that they're taking away from me for no reason. I tried to explain that to the doctor when he first told me he couldn't pass me. I was just like, man, I just weighed in, can you give me some time, to rehydrate and eat and get my fucking wits about me? And he was like, yeah, of course. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, man. So at this point, I'm just stuffing myself with Pedialyte and Gatorade and bananas and stuff. And man, the whole situation was just funky, if you ask me. But it is what it is, man.
Were your coaches encouraging after this tough break? And who else in your inner circle was also encouraging?
Yeah, everybody was pretty encouraging, definitely my coaches and my teammates, everybody that I talked to about it, they were just like, well, it's unfortunate, but you showed up, you made weight, you were professional, you did what you had to do. So there's nothing to be ashamed of or hold your head low about, so everybody pretty much said the same thing, but in one way or another. So, it definitely goes to show I have a very supportive team, that really cares about me.
Definitely. And, talk about now having to do the whole COVID-19 process again, being anxious to get through all the red tape on your way to the cage, the Bellator cage.
Yeah, it's definitely it definitely is a little it gives me a little bit of anxiety just thinking about it, because I know how that goes. You have to quarantine when we first get there and we can't leave our rooms and stuff like that. But it's just all a part of it. It's part of the process. I enjoy every moment of the process, but I just want the fight to get here right now. Truthfully, I'm ready to fight. I've been ready to fight since the first time. So yeah, man, I'm just ready for the fight to get here.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. I'm sure when you were rebooked for this card, UFC, the Bellator 261 on June 25th, you know, just a few days later, how relieved were you to receive that news? You didn't have to wait too long.
Oh man, I was super pumped because I was like, man, thank God it's not gonna be a fucking super long wait until my next fight, you know. And it's not like, you know, like even if it was, you know, like I would just be getting better, you know. So it'd be bad for whoever I ended up fighting next, but you know, like I'm just glad that, you know, Ben was able to accept the fight and we got a quick turnaround and it's happening now. You know, this is the moment that it was meant to happen. I truly believe, June 25th. So let's just you know, pray that no silliness happens this time.
And talk about, you know, fighting Ben Parish. Were you able to meet him, but you know, before the weigh-ins? And what was your impression, or after the weigh-ins?
Yeah, I met him after the weigh-ins. Like we actually hung out for a little bit, like you know, while we were like, you know, they make us leave pretty much like the first flight out of Connecticut in the morning. So we didn't hang out for too long, but we were hanging out at the bar for a little bit that night, the night that the fights happened. And he's a good guy. He's cool, you know. I like him, but you know, right now he's in my way, you know. So I just have to expose him real quick, take him out, and then move on to the next.
And when a fight like this is delayed, usually the anticipation builds. I mean, this time, you know, you're also on the main card as well. And I think we're all anticipating to be bigger than before because, you know, the headlines just from, you know, the whole situation with the medical, you know, pull out. I think everybody's anticipating for you to get in there, and people didn't even know about the fight. Now more eyes are going to be on it.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that too. I believe that as well. And it's gonna be interesting to see the, you know, like the crowd and the fans for the first time in a while, and just, you know, feel that energy again. You know what I mean? From that, because I love a crowd. I love the energy that the crowd brings, and it's gonna be cool to see that again.
And training for the fight, you know, what was the structure of the shorter training camp for you? You know, you found out about the fight, you know, just a few days later after the original one was booked. It was originally supposed to take place. Like, what was that? Did the structure change at all?
I mean, yeah, we just kind of like, you know, took our feet off the gas a little bit, you know, like, you know, we just had a really hard, like 2-month camp. So took our foot off the gas for a little bit, not too long, obviously, but, you know, still training, just not as intensely as before. And then near the end, we started to pick it up. So right now we're still, you know, going hard, you know, doing our sessions, like our pad sessions hard, you know, not really sparring hard because it's the week before fight week, but doing like hill sprints and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely a like a weird adjustment that I had to make at first, getting, you know, like just basically jumping right back into camp, you know, because it was like, you know, Coach Joey pretty much had to explain to me like, hey, don't go too crazy right now because you just had like a really long camp, you know, and your body's probably feeling that camp a little bit. So, you know, just take it easy for a little bit, the first week or even the first 2 weeks, and then, you know, at the end start to pick it up.
And, you know, another fighter from your gym, Clarissa Shields, she won her MMA debut. What was your thoughts on seeing her get that victory in her debut?
Man, she did, in my opinion, she did fantastic. You know, like she literally had no quit in her, you know what I mean? Like the whole fight, she just refused to quit, you know, and she said that, you know, she told me that like leading up to the fight, she was like, she's gonna know, like at the end of the fight, she's gonna know that she was in a fight, you know, like I'm not gonna make anything easy for her. If anything, she's gonna be the one, you know, like she's gonna be the one that's, you know, scared at the end of the fight because the intensity that I come with is unlike any intensity that she's ever felt before. And then like I saw that, you know what I mean? Like I really saw that in the fight. She did what she had to do, man. I was super impressed with her performance.
Yeah, definitely. And what can we expect from your fight? You know, Bellator's around the corner, Bellator 261, June 25th.
Yeah, man, just to expect. I really have a feeling I'm gonna finish him, man. I can feel it. You know, even if I don't, it's just gonna be a beating for 3 rounds. You know, and that's what I'm expecting. But I expect a finish. I just have a feeling about it. But it's going to be a very decisive win for me, regardless. Finish, go the distance. It's going to be a victory for me, nonetheless.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you again, Christian, for being on the Fight Report. Everybody check it out on June 25th. Bellator 261, Christian Edwards fights Ben Parish on Showtime, and a very exciting fighter, 4-0, undefeated. And, you know, you're welcome to shout out anyone you'd like to at this time.
Yeah, man, I just want to shout out, first of all, my newest sponsor, Head Rush MMA. Thank you for the sponsorship and the belief in me. And of course, my coaches, I owe my whole career to them, and my manager. And yeah, that's it, man. My fans, thank you for supporting me. My fans, friends, and family. Yeah, man, it's time to fight now.
We appreciate you being on the show, and best of luck Friday, June 25th.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take care. Anytime.